MKMVA has confirmed that its meeting with the ANC national members on the disbandment of the organization has collapsed. The MKMVA has expressed disappointment at ANC Chairperson Gwede Mantashe's handling of the meeting. The organization vows that it will not disband. Now, for more on this story, I'm joined by MKMVA spokesperson, Mr. Carl Niehaus. Mr. Niehaus, good to have you with us this afternoon on Daytime Update. Give us a bit of perspective as to how the meeting went today.
Good afternoon. Well, the meeting did not go well, unfortunately, because the national chair of the African National Congress, Comrade Gwede Mantashe, decided to squash any interaction and any questioning from the side of the national office bearers of MKMVA about this very serious deviation from the unitary process that we as Umkhonto we Sizwe Military Veterans Association have been involved in since the ANC's National Elective Conference in 2017. You will recall that the ANC decided at that conference that there must be a unitary process in order to bring all members of Umkhonto we Sizwe together. We have decided, after proper consultation with our National Executive Committee, to fully participate in that process, and we did so under the auspices of the Peace and Stability Subcommittee chaired by Comrade Tony Ngeni. The MK National Council unilaterally and abruptly decided to withdraw from that process, while we had diligently continued to participate and to try and make the unitary process work.
And before you go
ahead,
Mr. Niehaus,
yes.
I'll give you an opportunity to continue. But if you could highlight for us the reasons why the MK National Council withdrew from that process.
Well, I cannot talk on behalf of MK National Council. MK National Council unilaterally decided to withdraw. As far as we in Umkhonto we Sizwe Military Veterans Association is concerned, without any good reason. And then they also decided to publicly attack and say all kinds of negative things about the chairperson of the Peace and Stability Subcommittee, Comrade Tony Ngeni. Now, let me just emphasize that despite the fact that Umkhonto we Sizwe Military Veterans Association continue to participate and work for the Unity Conference, today we had this very unfortunate and un-ANC-like meeting where the chairperson of the African National Congress refused our president and our deputy president to ask questions about why there was this abrupt decision to now introduce a planning committee and to disband Umkhonto we Sizwe Military Veterans Association. Although MK National Council acted in a very undisciplined manner, withdrew from the process, disrespected the decision of the National Executive Committee of the African National Congress, and specifically also the resolution of our national conference, today's meeting left us with a distinct feeling of a factional approach in favor of MK National Council, and that MK National Council is being rewarded for their ill discipline, while Umkhonto we Sizwe Military Veterans Association is being punished. We cannot accept that.
The fate, Mr. Niehaus, of the MK National Council, was that discussed as well today? Yes, there are talks of the disbandment of the MKMVA, but what about the National Council? Because ultimately here, it's really about making sure that veterans are being taken care of and that their concerns are also being accounted for within the party. Would there not perhaps be another new structure, a new united body that can do and fulfill this particular mandate?
Well, Umkhonto we Sizwe Military Veterans Association have agreed to work towards a unity conference that will deliver a united Umkhonto we Sizwe ex-military veterans association. So we have agreed to work towards that, and as I've indicated to you throughout this interview, that is exactly what we have been doing. So we are really surprised and disappointed that the National Working Committee and the national office bearers of the African National Congress had decided to act in this dictatorial manner and to even prevent our national office bearers from asking questions about why this decision was taken. The African National Congress is a democratic organization. We are used to participate in democratic processes where divergent views are accommodated. But today's meeting was not prepared to allow that. What we encounter today, especially in the conduct of the chairperson of the African National Congress, Comrade Gwede Mantashe, was a dictatorial approach,
so
which was disrespectful.
Given the status quo now, Mr. Niehaus, what is the way forward for you?
Well, as I was about to say when you interrupted me, it's disrespectful to the members of Umkhonto we Sizwe Military Veterans Association, who've dedicated their lives to the African National Congress and to the liberation struggle. As far as we are concerned, we are prepared to continue to work for unity. We're prepared to continue to work for unity amongst MK veterans. But we will not accept this unilateral decision to disband Umkhonto we Sizwe Military Veterans Association. We have a mandate from our last national conference, our 5th conference, which was held in 2017 at the Birchwood Conference Center. There, a National Executive Committee was elected. That National Executive Committee of Umkhonto we Sizwe Military Veterans Association will continue to carry out the mandates that we received from that properly constituted conference which democratically elected us. Therefore, we will continue with our programs, we will not disband, and we will continue to work for unity in the ranks of all ex-MK veterans.
So how does the current status quo and the call for the disbandment of the MKMVA, how is that going to affect you moving forward as far as the availability of infrastructure for you to continue doing the work that you say you want to continue doing? How is that going to affect you financially from the payments that you have actually been getting from the mother body and the support structure?
Well, I cannot speculate about that, but I can tell you that this unilateral decision, which is imposed as a serious deviation from the process that we had participated in good faith, has no legal standing and nor has it any political standing. We know, as Umkhonto we Sizwe Military Veterans Association, that we stand on firm ground. Our legal position is clear. We've got our own constitution. We are an association which legally will be able to stand its ground also in any legal contest, but I'm not even speculating about that. The only point that I need to make to your viewers today is that Umkhonto we Sizwe Military Veterans Association will continue to exist. It will not disband, and we have the law and we have the historical political culture of democratic engagement and not dictatorial imposement of the African National Congress on our side.
Are you going to take the party to court?
I'm not going to speculate about that. What I'm saying to you this afternoon is that in terms of the law, we stand on firm ground. We have our own constitution. And legally, we believe very firmly that the African National Congress has no legal right to impose a disbandment of Umkhonto we Sizwe Military Veterans Association. Our task will continue to be to work for the improvement of the conditions of military veterans, to insist that military veterans must be fully respected and get all the rights that they are entitled to. And that conduct, such as we've seen this morning in the meeting of the national office bearers, should be desisted from. Umkhonto we Sizwe Military Veterans Association stands for the dignity and respect of Umkhonto we Sizwe military veterans.
And we'll
what we received, I want to say this, what we received from the national office bearers today was not respect, and that is very unfortunate.
We are unfortunately out of time, Mr. Niehaus, but thank you very much. You've stated your position there as the MKMVA very succinctly, not going anywhere, despite the ANC calling for the disbandment of the party, although Mr. Niehaus not commenting on whether they will be taking the legal route and what the ramifications of that dismissal are then going to be on a body that insists it's going to continue with its mandate.